Hello everyone, welcome into my craft space. It is my absolute pleasure to be presenting the letter X for the A to Z Christmas Challenge hosted by RachandBella Crafts and Journals in Time. And I'm so also excited to be able to say Happy Thanksgiving to my subscribers and all of the collaboration viewers that are in the United States, because today is Thanksgiving. Yay! Happy Turkey Day, happy Thanksgiving. So much to be thankful for. I have had so many weeks. We are in week 4, almost the end of this collaboration. I've had so many weeks to think about my project and think about what to do. I got a little overwhelmed. However, the journey has been great because there's been so many great back to basic ideas for all of the crafters following along in this challenge. And I did start creating a junk journal to go along with this book. It wasn't my intention. It actually was supposed to be a prototype for another group that I teach in. However, I messed it up for what I wanted to do for that group, so I turned it into something even better for this collaboration, and it's been great. Look at all of my fun baubles, and they're so sparkly and fun. If you missed the video I did making my baubles, you'll have to check it out. I'll put it in the description box below, which reminds me, in the description box below is a wonderful link tree. You just click that link and it will open up to all of the details for the collaboration. It'll take you to where you can purchase the kit, which in in the month of November, got a little bit excited about a sale. It's still 50% off, so get that before the month is over. It is in 2 different stores because it is a huge kit, 72 beautiful pages, plus a bunch of freebies. And again, all of those details are in the Linktree. Linktree is really easy. Just click that link. It'll open up and it'll have all of the letters and the channels listed. You just simply click on them. It takes you right where you need to go. Don't forget the giveaways. You just simply go to those channels, you watch the video, you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and you are entered, as long as you do it in all of the collaborators. So every video, every letter, some of the letters, there's 2, so you get a little bonus. Now my letter is X, a little challenging, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna have fun. So this is my book. I've been having so much fun using the beautiful pages in the kit. This is one, I loved this background, and I turned it into a beautiful little pocket for all of my baubles. In here. Whoops, I guess I need to still work on this little pocket. It's trying to rip. I think there's a bauble in there still. Here we go. Did it come out? Maybe it came out. All right, this book is still in progress, obviously. So let's see. I do have some beautiful papers. I have my baubles were not made from the template that was provided. I had mine already cut out with the die cutter before I realized they had a cool little template. So grab your free template. They're on the Ko-fi site. That's KOFI. And you can make some of these beautiful little baubles just like Bella did. I turned some baubles into a little shaker element here. I made some decorative strip, which is also in the video where I made my baubles. So I'll link that in the description box below. There has been so much fun. I put some corrugated cardboard on my cover. I've got some decorations. I've got some little jingly bells. I've got some flips and flaps. And today we're going to make extra large. So we're using the X with an XL, extra large tags, and it's so exciting. X is really hard, guys. I didn't want to do X-ray or xylophone or any of those things, but my book is coming along just beautifully, and I do want to show you how to make some fun extra large tags to go into your book as well. So here's how the construction of my extra large tag is going to come together. I took my book and I measured the height and the width so that I could make the tag the exact height as the page. So for me, my book is a little over 7 by about 4.5. So my tag is, I took a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, and my tag is going to be 4.5, and then I folded it at about 5 inches here. I took my paper, really, I'm not much of a measurer, guys. I'm kind of pretending. I took my page and my paper and just kind of held them together, making sure that I don't interfere with the spine. We still want to have a functional piece here. And I did want just a little bit of room on the edge so that I could see the stamping that I've done. And actually, I could cut it just a little bit more if I really wanted to. And then I kind of made a crease at the top so that this would fold over. And then I got this great template from Corey Dahman on her page, Creating with Scraps. She had some what she called fundles. They're fundraising bundles, and I happened to score one of those. And this template is absolutely wonderful if you're making tags, because you can use it in the corners up here to just snip anything that you have into the tag shape that we all use and love. Now, if you don't have one of these, that's totally fine. You can just snip a corner here and then take this little piece, line it up over here and hold it and snip, or draw a little line there and snip. I'm just going to use my template just so that they turn out exactly the same. Okay. And then we still have this little flip up. So we've got a fun little flip here for our tag, and it is a jumbo tag. Look at this guy. I'm loving it. And it is going to take up the whole page of my journal page here. It might not be of yours. Now you can make your little flip on the side if you folded your paper in half that way, so that this could be the spine here, and you could easily sew it into the signature of your book. I have done that many times and I love it. I love having tag shaped pages. Now there's so many pieces in this kit that really are very easy to mix in with whatever you've got going. I loved these little clusters that Rachel created. I believe it was Rachel that created them. And I plan to use a couple of those. This is from one of the background papers and I absolutely love it. I was playing with the idea of using that fun little gatefold that Rose did. Super, super cute. But then I decided I would just like to use an envelope. And this is a envelope with a window, and I've just sliced the sides of it so that it would open up here, just like this. Anytime I like to add a little bit of real estate to any of my ephemera pages or anything in a junk journal, I usually will reach for envelopes. And there's a lot of ways you can attach these. You can use the little envelope flap here and attach it behind. You can attach it on top like this. You can attach it with this little kind of torn apart side on the back. Or again, you can lay it here on the front, and it creates fun little flips, flaps, and folds. And I love using envelopes. I save them and find them in thrift stores. I have friends save them for me. I do all of the things. Now look, if we put this here, we could have a fun little tuck right there, just like if it were still an envelope. That would be neat. Or we can put this behind and just create a little, kind of a little window thing here, like this. We could easily move this up as well so that we could cut this, we could trim this shorter so that the window piece is just up here, hidden by the flap if you want to do that. You could also turn this so that the bigger piece is your flap and this littler part is glued down to your page to keep it in line there. So if we just glued this here, then we'd have this bigger part as a flap, and we could still construct with our envelope here, but I don't think I want to do that. So many ways to do the same thing. But what we're going to do, I love this background piece with these beautiful florals. Now this is upside down. The whole page, all in all, has a music sheet on it, and it has another piece of something there. I think it's a bell. And I just wanted the floral piece, and that is the way it worked well for me. Yes, you can see this is the page that it's from. So the way it was supposed to go was like this. And so you can absolutely use these pages upside down if that suits your needs. So don't be afraid to turn them around and do all of the things. So I'm going to use my template once again and cut these corners off so that it's at the right angle for my piece here. So I'm just going to line up the edges and snip, and then we'll go ahead and ink. I also was asked by a subscriber, what paper weight do we use when we print on digitals? And the answer is you can really use any paper that you like. I print on regular printer paper most of the time because then I can just simply glue it to my cardstock and have it be ready to go. But you can also print on cardstock if your printer is good with that. So, you know, some of the heavier cardstocks or textured cardstocks and those types of things, some printers may not like. So you'll just have to go by what your printer likes. You can also print on vellum. You can print on sticker sheets. You can print on all the things. I sometimes print on business card templates and just have fun making all kinds of things with these beautiful kits because that is the bonus of using a digital kit. Okay, so this is going to glue here. I really like that a lot. And then we have our envelope to ink and decorate. So I'm going to go ahead and ink some things and then we'll go ahead and figure out how we're going to set this up. Now that we have everything inked, we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down just to make sure we can get it out of our way here. Glue. All right, I do love that beautiful image there of all of those Christmas florals. So pretty. All right, and then I have this Recollections punch. We're gonna give it a go here. It just makes X's, which I thought was so appropriate since we are the letter X today. So, let's see. Gonna just go and do a couple punches right on the bottom here. And then we'll line it up and do a couple more. And maybe one more. There we go. All right, I got a little carried away. We got one extra one on the side here, but that's okay. So we've got our X's, which I think are so cute. Now, if you don't have those, you can use a little X-Acto knife and make some cuts. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with them here shortly as we continue to work on this big tag. I just thought it would be fun for some interest and to incorporate our letter. All right, so here is our envelope. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here this way and glue this on the top here and make a little pocket back there. I kind of like that idea. However, I am going to go ahead and cover up all of this white part with one of the beautiful images from the kit. So I think the easiest way to do this is going to be just to glue it on here in this pocket way. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue at the top, along the side edge, and at the bottom. Then we'll go ahead and stick this down here. There we go. So now we have this awesome little envelope over here, basically. Gonna wipe up my extra glue and a little bit of ink too. Okay, now my idea here, we could even make this just kind of tuck behind there, and that would keep it closed if we really wanted to. But I think I'm going to be using this real estate here to put some fun little pieces of ephemera in. Now my idea here is to put this top little piece through of this Christmas tree. This is one of the freebies from the coffee site, KOFI coffee site. It's all in the Linktree below. Through the window here. I think this is just so pretty, and we don't want to miss out on that. So I'm gonna have to play a little bit here to get it to fit. So I'll put that on fast forward so you guys don't have to struggle through watching me cut this. So that worked out relatively easily, actually. I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop here, going, well, that went a little smoother than normal. So now we're just going to take some of the scraps of some of these papers and just make them fit to this envelope size here. And I think this one I had planned for it to go this way. But it doesn't really matter. Let's see. And then these are under the letter X, and they're just such great clusters. They should be actually really cute on here. And you don't have to have all of these areas covered. You can just leave it kind of like so, actually. I really like that. And we could stamp some scripty font back there just for some interest on our envelope. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is just a scripted font stamp from Tim Holtz. So we'll just get some archival ink and stamp it in the background. Archival ink is great because it's permanent, so it's not smeared or messed up by anything else you might put on your page, like sprays or other inks. All right, and again, these are not really for like to read or anything like that. It is just to add some extra visual interest to the project in the background there. Just kind of stamp it along. And this is something great to do if you have little tiny areas like this over here. You don't want to cover it with printed paper because you don't want to measure and do all of the cutting and all of the things. You can simply just put some little stamps in the background there. And then your little acetate window just wipes right off, even though the rest of the ink is permanent. So that is really great. And then we'll see what this looks like once again. I really like this one. We'll just put this guy like right there, and that is perfect. So I think I might need to add a little more ink here. I was using Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide. And so our black ink that we just did won't smear or smudge now if we put this ink on there. I wasn't sure when I was inking which side I wanted to glue down, so there we go. I ink this over here. Now always be sure to cover this adhesive strip portion of any envelopes that you're using. You don't want to leave those open because if they happen to get any kind of moisture on them, they will adhere to whatever is touching it. So let's go ahead and glue this on here. I'm going to put glue on the edges here, and then kind of in the center of my little packet over there. Nope, not that side. We want this side. Okay, and then we'll just put some in the center over here. And I'm hoping that this just glues in a way so that we can kind of see that Christmas tree through the window, because I don't know about you guys, but that is one of the fun parts about driving around during holiday times for me, is looking into see all of the Christmas trees in the neighborhood windows. And it's just so beautiful. I love looking at lights. I've always loved looking at lights. Okay, so, and then we still have our little pocket here. Now we can put a little piece of washi tape in there if we think this little lip is gonna stick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the little lip of the envelope. So I'm just gonna add just a little more glue right in there so it doesn't get in the way. Like that up so we don't have any hanging out where we don't want it to. Okay, so that's going to be a little pocket there. And then, like I said, we could also make this so it folds. We'd have to change the crease. But it could just fold right in there like an envelope does. But I don't know if I like that. I think I just want it out. So just put it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and glue these on. I really love the little cross stitches, the little X's that were put on here to make it look like the faux stitching. I think that is just awesome. I do have a stamp that does that, but how much nicer is it to not have to go through and even stamp? You don't have to sew, you don't have to stitch. You can just put it on there. I realized I missed a little piece of this here. And we can ink this as well. I'm not sure that it really needs it. I think I might ink it in red though, just because that'll bring out some of these reds. Now the red that I have been using is Fired Brick Distress Oxide ink. I don't have the Lumberjack Plaid colored yet. I'm not totally sure about it. Everybody says it's the red, so I guess I need to try it out. But we'll just put a little bit of this Fired Brick around the edge. That has always been my go-to red. One of the original distress colors. Okay. And then on the back side of this, let's see if we can. Let's see, maybe I will just make this fold in here. All right, so we'll just make it fold in like this, which will change the crease here, but that's okay. And you could put a magnet in there if you wanted to. Make sure this one's nice and straight. I think that's kind of straight-ish. But it will fold down into our pocket now, so that's good. And then I'm going to put this one here. And maybe we'll see if we can. But if I do that there. Nope, I think we're going to cut this tab off. See, it's always an ever-changing plan. So you can snip it off, you can use your ruler, however you like to cut off the edges. And I think that is what is so cool about envelopes, is that they allow you to do so many different things. Now, if we really wanted to, on our little journaling card, we could put this on the end so it's like a tab, and then it would still look like the envelope was intact. So if you really want the look of the envelope whole like this, you put this on your journaling card. That's going to go right in that pocket and it'll pull right out. However, the look I'm going for now is I want to put this on here, and then I want to put one on the back side as well. Although I did not print them backwards, so I don't know. What's this one? Yeah, I don't know that it's going to do that. So maybe I should have looked at that first. But this one will still work. I like that a lot. And then on this side, we can just put a little scrap of paper here and here to kind of fill in the extra little cluster there. Or we could even put some ribbon. All right, so let's work on gluing this. I'm gonna ink this one in the red. Maybe. There it is. Ink around the edges here. It doesn't need much because it already has some really good shadowing there. I really appreciate our digital designers for those little added details. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue this one here. And I'm just going to glue to this piece here so that way I can have a little bit of room to lift and add in a piece of paper or anything that I need to add to make that other side work. Okay, then this one is going to glue right about in the same position. And I'm going to do kind of the same thing over here. I need to add some extra ink just so that area is covered. And maybe in some of that scripted font stamp. Okay, this side we do have the acetate, so you can kind of see that as you're inking along. It kind of pronounced those lines a little bit. That's okay. Here is that stamp again. I'll get out this archival ink. Add just a little bit of this here in the background. And you can see I'm doing second and even third and fourth generation stamping. It literally just needs to be a little something. That's it. Wipe off that window just in case I missed some, which I think I did. And then this guy is going to glue. Oh, I think that's going to smear because of that's in the window. Okay, then we'll glue this guy down here. And we can glue another one on the page over here underneath. Let's see what that would look like. We could put this one. I think we might lose our Santa if we do that, but it could be kind of neat. Look like it's coming out of the pocket. All right, one step at a time. So I hope everyone has been enjoying the collaboration. I know I certainly have. Trying to go back going, oh, what was this one again? And I finally started taking notes so I could see if I got them all. So many great ideas. I really enjoyed commenting and chatting with the collaborators. Just about everybody has written me back, which is wonderful. kind of another fun thing about commenting is that you will get to know the content creators a little bit better too. Okay, so I think this, I just got a little scrap of green and I'm just going to put it back here. And then see this little white area right here? I'm just going to ink that, so ink will save the day. This scrap is just almost a little bit too small, but it will fit in here just nicely. So I think what I'm going to do is just divide this in half. Put half here and half there. Hopefully it's wide enough to do the same thing up there. I think it is. So actually, I think I just need a smaller piece down here. Just gonna go ahead and cut a little piece there, and we'll just kind of tuck this in and glue. And then whatever white it misses, we can catch with ink. Like I said, we could have also put a piece of ribbon back here. That would have been lovely as well, or a piece of lace right in behind there. But I think it would kind of show the white as well. And I don't really want it to be white on there. This one, try and get it right on the edge there, and I may have to put something, maybe a piece of lace right there. Ooh, or a piece of my decorative strip. I think that could be lovely. Here we go. All right, so we're just gonna get some glue kind of under here, all over. Here, and it's just kind of making a little cluster. Okay, so let's make sure this is okay back here. Yep. So I've got a little piece here and then a little piece there, and we will add some of this fun decorative strip that I made. Now, if you missed the video of the making of this little strip, I will link it in the description box below. It was so much fun. And it has these little sparkles. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and glue this on here. Hopefully that's in frame. I am working really hard to get back into frame. I switched my whole setup around, and as most of you know, I am a legally blind crafter. I try not to use that as an excuse too much, but I do have some difficulty staying in frame, mostly because I used my phone as an accessibility device. So here we go. Let's put this little strip on here, and I think that's just going to tie in beautifully. Cover up that little white space. And this actually is real stitching, but look how well it blends in with the stitching on the paper. I love that. It just ties right in there. Okay, so we'll put this over here. And glue it down. Look at that. It's a beautiful little cluster that you didn't have to work too hard for because it was already done for you. I absolutely love that. Now, if you wanted to change out some of these little people or whatever, you could cut out some other of the designs within the kit. I think there was some really perfect one under the letter T. Let's see. I'll just show you what I mean. Yeah. So if you maybe you didn't want these vintage carolers, you just wanted a Christmas tree, you could cut this out and put it right over here in the cluster, and it would just go in perfectly. Or even these Santas would fit in just nicely. Any of that would work. So you can still customize your little cluster pieces. if you so choose to do so. Look how cute. Okay. And there's that. We could put another little piece right there to cover up that little piece of green if we wanted to, or I could put a little piece of rickrack. Kind of make an extra little cluster going on there. I think that's fun, actually. I'm gonna cut it back here though. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and glue this right on in there. And you can still embellish your digital kits however you would like to. Mixed media, adding mixed media pieces is so much fun. So you can add paper, you can add ribbon, you can add buttons, you can add anything that you can think of that you think goes well with your project. Okay, so there's that little piece of trim. Now notice I have stitching here, but I did not stitch this piece of rickrack on. I just used glue. You can always use glue. There's lots of different glues that are multi-purpose glues. There's Fabri-Tac, there's 3-in-1 glue, there's tacky glue, all of the things. So use whatever you like to use and make it your own. Okay, now I'm trying to decide if I want to put some more of this trim at the very bottom of this tag here. I guess it would have to go underneath the little envelope packet there. Ooh, I think that is pretty. Just give it a little skirting. But I need to see what it's going to look like if it, once it's in the book, because it is the full length of my book here. So I don't want to do anything that would mess it up there. Okay, let's see. Although it's usually acceptable to definitely add a little trim at the bottom. Yeah, and there's still plenty of room. At the end of my tag, I kind of scooched that envelope up a little bit when I was gluing on purpose. Now up here, most tags have a hole, and you can poke a hole. You can put a brad, you can put some ribbon. We could put some more of that decorative trim if we wanted to. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm kind of enjoying it like it is there. But up here, you could definitely add some trim or some ribbon or any of those things. And the reason I poked those X's is we could do some little bit of like a paper underneath of there and do some stitching, or we could do some Nouveau drops. You can do anything that you think looks great. I was kind of wondering what it might look like if we put one of these little strips up here so that you get some of the different colors in underneath. There's also some collage papers that would be fun to do that with as well. Or even one of these little backgrounds. How cute would these dots be under there? Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, so those are kind of like your faux cross stitching. You can just stitch them as well. If you don't have one of these punches, you could just use some needle and thread and make some X's up there. You could make some X's with a marker or even a stencil. I'm going to just cut out a little strip of this and we'll put it right up there. There are so many fun textures and patterns in this kit, 72 pages to find any of the images or backgrounds that might work best for you and your project. Whether you're making a December daily or you're making a fun book or fun card, there is a little something for everybody in this kit. There we go, kind of like that. And then we'll need to find an image to go up here, since I'm gonna glue that in there. Now, when I'm gluing this on there, I want to make sure I don't put glue right through here. So just around these X's. And then we'll put a little extra down here. And was that like the perfect? It pretty much was about the perfect length. Okay, I'm gonna just wipe off my extra glue so I don't get everything sticky. And we'll press it down. I love that. That just adds just a little bit of interest there to the bottom. And then when we glue this tag in, we can decide if we want another pocket over here. I kind of have a lot going on over here, and this is already a pocket, so I don't think I'm going to do that, but we could always make a top pocket, or we can just be happy that it flips up like this. So I think I'm just going to glue it straight down to the page here where it's going. Now this tag, this extra large tag, XL tag, could be a tag in a tag book, or we've seen some really cool folio tag style books along the collaboration. So if you're making one of those, this could be an idea for one of those as well. So many fun folios. This little booklet that I am putting this into was made from file folders. And I also love making fun folios and that kind of thing. So lots of opportunities to learn different ways to do that along this fun collaboration. Okay, so lastly, I need to make a little journaling card to go in here and find something to cover up here. All right, so I've chosen one of these lovely little images here. I'm going to glue that to a piece of just green cardstock. I also chose this image from the letter Y, and I have cut it to fit, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue down this one. I also angled those bottom edges so that it conformed with the tag shape. And it will cover our little white piece of paper back here. I was kind of being a little conservative when I chose this image because I didn't want it to get too busy back here. We've already got kind of a lot going on. There we go. That will fit down there like that. And then this will go ahead and glue and then ink around, and I've got a little tab as well. Now, if you are not the best fussy cutter or even good at cutting things out, like I know I did not cut this perfectly out, really good saving grace is ink. It will help you get all of your edges looking absolutely wonderful, and nobody will know that you didn't cut it exactly perfect the way that you wanted it. I do trim around the edges though when I turn this over, so there's like a little bit of white down there. I can trim this up with some scissors. Okay, and then we'll just put a little ink on here and a little tab. There is a page that has some tabs, but mine did not print out well. I have had a time of it this month with my printer, which was completely unexpected because I got a new printer. It is all back to good. I just literally today got the other ink cartridge I've been waiting for. So everything should be good to go now, but I had to get another replacement printer for my brand new printer. And then I had to wait for replacement ink, and it's just been a crazy, crazy time. But I'm hoping it'll be all good to go now. So you can see, just adding this little bit of ink on here really changes up the edges and kind of makes it look like it's just nice and clean there. Okay, put this back in there. And then I have a cute little tab that I thought I would just put here, and we can put this anywhere. We can put it along the bottom, you can put it in the center, you can put it towards the top. Let's see. And it's just gonna slide right in here, so maybe in the center is good. And this was made from a tab punch, but there are some tabs in the kit. Mine did not print out well is what I was trying to say, so I just decided to use some cardstock. But the beauty of a digital kit is even if they don't print out well, you, for whatever reason, mine was because of my printer, you can go back and print them again and again, as many times as you need to, till you get that perfect image. Most of the time, these images print beautifully. Mine was just a printing issue, and then the wrong ink, or running out of ink. Okay, there we go. Now we can add something to this tab if we want to add a cute little eyelet, or a charm, or even a little mini tag could hang there. Any of the things would be good. I think I might just add a little piece of lace. I've got this little bit of red lace here that I think would be really pretty. Let's just see. Oh, no, it doesn't look like the right red. Could we ruffle it up? Oh, actually, let's just use a little piece of my trim. My decorative trim comes to the rescue. Yes, I like that. And then that will just continue to tie in with the rest of the book. We can put a piece on both sides if we want to. And I love that. Well, actually, I think it's supposed to go. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down this way. So we get all those beautiful sparkles and shimmers. And just keeping a little bit of room at the edge there, because we're gonna need to be able to use the tab to pull in and out of the pocket. So in this one, we worked out with a window, an extra large tag, a little flip or a flap, a pocket, a pull tab. We are getting all the extra things. That's right, we're being a little extra. Hopefully you will be having fun following along with the collaboration and making your own creations as well. And even if you don't have time now and you're just watching these videos, there's playlists on RachandBella Crafts, and maybe some of the other creators have done a playlist as well. So you can always go back and watch them. You can save the videos for watching later at another time, or if it's just something, somebody created something you want to make sure you remember, you can save it for that as well. So many great options here on YouTube, and I just love it. Okay, and so now on the back of this, we can journal, we can put a photo, we can do anything that we'd like. And this little decorative trim is made from packaging paper, so it's not adding too much thickness here, which is really nice. And this pocket does have enough room. We could add some other tags in there if we wanted to as well. So there it is, guys, our extra large tag that is a little extra. It has a flip, a flap, a window, and then a pocket and a journaling card. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and will like and subscribe and comment down below with all of your fun comments, and that you will check out all of the other collaborators in this collaboration. There are so many, and we are getting close to the end. I, of course, was the letter X. But again, in the link tree down below, there is a list of everybody that you should go and check out and follow if you haven't already. Definitely check out their videos. Like I said, the collaboration is just about over. It usually does take a little while to choose winners once we do finally make it to the very end. But be sure there's still time. Go back through and watch the videos, like the videos, comment the videos, make sure you're subscribed to all the channels, and that's the way you enter for the giveaways. And then in the link tree, there is all the information on getting the kits during the month of November 2022. It is 50% off on those kits, so definitely a great value for 72 pages that you can print again and again and make all of the Christmas projects you would like. If you are following along and making projects, we would love for you to use the hashtag #A2ZChristmasChallenge, because then we can see all of your fun creations. So I hope you guys will check out the other collaborators. Thank you so much for hanging in there with the collaboration and making it all the way to week 4. That is so wonderful. Those of us at the end really appreciate your hanging out with us. If you're just catching us at the end here, be sure to go back to the beginning and check out everybody. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all of the things. Check out all the other collaborators. There is a link tree in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and happy Thanksgiving.